I just wanted to show everybody what I've done on my car, because I think this is something that many people can use and do as well, because I'm sure a lot of other people often come across the same issue with these Firebirds. Now I've got a button underneath my dashboard which is my electric trunk button. However, it's very temperamental and it doesn't always work. So the other issue that I've got is at the back of my car where I put the blackout on, which goes all the way across. I don't want to have my lock a hole in my rear blackout, so I've disconnected the actual rear lock and I've chucked that away. Now that creates an issue. I've now got no manual switch or button on my car. Okay, I've got the switch under the dashboard, but it doesn't always work. So what I've had to do is install a cable so I can manually pop the trunk open if I get any issues with the actual button under my dash. Now this is something that I've had to I've had to order some cable off eBay. This is actually a manual choke cable. This is about, I think it's just over 2 meters long. And what I've done is I've ran it all the way under my plastic trim around the side of my car, and I've got the button down there. So it's right next to my seat. It's out of the way. I've not actually properly installed it yet. I may put it into part of the plastic at some point, but for now I've just laid it there. Now this is really cool, because this really helps me now, because if I get any issues I can still release the trunk. So what we're going to do, what I've done is, when this comes, the actual cable, there's a little bit of cable that comes out at the end, and all I did was bent that round. You can just see just inside there, you can see, I think possibly, I don't know if you can, possibly not, but all I did is put it through the eye and double it back on itself with pliers, because I feel like this is the strongest way to do it, and I'm pretty much guaranteed that it's not ever going to come off, because I've bent it right round and there's no way that it's going to snap or come off or not work. Famous last words. So if I close my boot, or close my trunk, so it's all down, so right, so if I close that like that, then the motor pulls it right down, so it's all nice. And so when I get my blackout on, that's all going to be nice and flush. So then if we go to my button here, and this is the point when it doesn't work, and then pull that, and then woohoo, and then it opens. Awesome. So I'm really pleased with this. So anyone else can do this. This is how I've done it. I bought the cable off eBay, and I've just connected it up. As I said, ran it through my trim like that, right down the side of my seat, so no one can see it. But it's easy for me, because if I go to car shows or anything, just any usage I've got for the trunk, for the boot, I can just come in the back here and pop it. So you don't have to rely on a button. You haven't got to rely on any electrics. So it's just a manual button, never going to let you down, always going to work. So I just wanted to share that, and hopefully some of you find it useful. Okay, cheers.